Sure. First of all, thank you guys all for coming, and I just want to take a second to thank our administration, our support staff, everybody here at UWF, and my two great assistant coaches sitting over there as well. Couldn't do it without all of you guys. We're obviously very excited. Coming off a tough season last year, we're back, and the girls have something to prove. The good news is we finished a lot stronger than we started last year, so that momentum will hopefully carry us into, they're coming back again with something to prove. The biggest difference, I would say, this year is experience. Last year we had 9 starters. I think we returned 1 starter to the field, so we had 9 spots to fill. And this year we have some experience returning. Both of our middle infielders are back. Starting center fielder Emily and our left fielder are back, and we have our 3 pitchers returning. KK, Becca Taylor, who finished in our number 1 spot last year, and then Sarah Maloney, who joined us late. And with those 3, I couldn't be more pleased. KK came back in great shape, and she's looking better than ever, and moving her ball really well and hitting her spots, and as well as our other pitchers. So we're very pleased with that, and it's very excited going into our year with 3 strong pitchers. And we have a lot of great new returners. We're going to have JC Castro at third base, bring some power into our lineup. Kathleen Smiley, she redshirted last year. She won a state championship over at West Florida 2 years ago. She wasn't 100% last year, so we tried to be unselfish and hold her back and think about our future. And it's paid off. She brings a lot of power, and she's going to be our first baseman over in the corner there. We brought in 2 new catchers, good arms back there, hopefully work well with our pitchers. And then our right field position is probably going to be Rachel Wright, and she's a freshman from Tate High School, won a state championship there last year. Very excited about Rachel. And then we've got some new additions as well that are going to be great role players for us and help us out. Our 2 biggest challenges are going to be, one, our schedule. Coach Jeff Koch talked about it being on the road. We only have 4 home conference weekends, and then just a few midweek doubleheaders non-conference. And so our away and our road trips are significantly outweigh our home series. And so it's going to be a lot of wear and tear and the girls on the road. And but we're prepared for it. We've been talking about it all year, and hopefully it'll be a lot easier to take. But that'll be one challenge. And the other thing is just our depth. We're lower in numbers than we've ever been, but these are the 15 that I want to take to battle with me. It's just we've just got to keep them healthy, and that's going to be our other challenge this year.
Coach, where do you feel this team's gotten better in the off season? And Emily just talked about getting to play last year and how much that experience kind of helped you going into the season.
Would you like to start?
Sure. Well, this year has changed because we've really focused on building our culture and talked about building our character and what we believe is a good teammate. We did a lot of mental training in the fall and really worked on that and playing for each other. And I think that this year that's our focus is being good teammates and playing hard and holding each other accountable more.
It's changed for us. We've actually, not just because of our numbers, but, we kind of took a look at our system, and we were practicing. We've made a lot of adjustments to our system, kind of looked at our practices and going, we're not getting any better. We're trying to implement our system, and we're just not developing kids like we need to. So we've tried to revamp our practices and change things up and keep things live. And it's tougher with our numbers to hold inter squads, but we've just gotten creative, with it. And I think in the last few weeks we've made huge strides, and we still have 2 more weeks until we open up, and so we're excited about that.
For either of the student athletes, how has year 2 under Coach Paul gone? Has it been a little more comfortable than a first-year coach coming in last year?
Yes, I think definitely. Last year, everything was new for me coming from a JUCO. Definitely more comfortable this year, a lot more comfortable with our team this year. Surprisingly, we have worked on a lot of different things on and off the field as well. Just coming together as a team, more team spirit, and a lot of want on the field, a lot of hunger. Definitely more comfortable this year.
I agree. I think it's a lot more comfortable this year. I came from a JUCO as well, so that was all brand new. I think that it put a little bit more pressure that we had a new coach, so everybody was trying to impress her. And I think that this year, I mean, we still want to impress you, but like it's not.
Appreciate that.
It's not as much pressure. Like we need to just play our game and be more comfortable, and I think that's helped this year.
Emily, how does last year benefit you, just the experience and going into the season?
It benefited me a lot. I got a lot of experience playing, and I think that's helped me be more comfortable and be more of a leader, like by example. I think I try to be try to play hard, and I was there all last year, so that I know kind of how it feels, and I'm gonna try to bring that this year and hopefully help the team.
Coach, what's the biggest thing that you've adjusted to now, knowing, having that year under your belt, that this year you can bring to the table that you might have not known about last year in the postseason?
I think I've adjusted a lot of our scouting and everything. You know, I think last year I was more focused on what the other teams were doing and scouting them and making sure we were playing to their strengths instead of playing to ours. And I think we've changed that and changed our focus and our philosophy on that, and make sure that, you know, we're using our pitcher strengths and how we're throwing to hitters, not playing so much to them. And when we still scout as much as we can other teams, it's tough at our level. A lot of other teams don't do scouting reports, but we do everything we can to gain any competitive advantage we can. But we're using it, I think, a little bit differently, more with our coaching staff than with our team. We're going to play to our strengths this year.